You don't have the resting bitch face at all. I received this package from Suncrafter and I want to use it for my studio shoot today. This is 300C. It's an RGB light and I have 2 of them. So this is one and this is that's the second one. I'm sure by now we already know like what to expect in packages like this. So you have your light, you'd have a reflector, a ballast if needed. There's some documentation over here. All right, so right from opening the box, I noticed that we don't get a bag. So it means that once you open this, you're pretty much done. It comes with a standard reflector, 7 inches. And then the light itself feels, I think it's like a solid plastic casing. So inside the handle, there's a metal piece in there. This actually feels quite strong. And then it's also a Bowens mount. So it means that if you have any Bowens modifiers, you can use this light with it. And then on the back, there's a place for your cable, your power cable, power switch. You can dim it, and I'm sure you can change the mode, Bluetooth connect, so there's an app that would work with this light. And then we have this little ballast. This is actually quite small because I know my Aputure 300 has a big ballast, but this is really, really small. And then you have a long cable as well. So I'm sure it's the same thing that is going to be in the other box, but I just want to see what I can create with this light, 2 of them. Let's jump right into the shoot. Put these into like a practical situation to see how the lights will perform. I know that on paper specs might be very impressive and stuff, but until you see it in real life, you will not know if these lights are going to work or not. So the first one, I am just using the 7-inch cone. What I wanted to do is just create a very harsh light in the frame, and I think it's gonna pick up on the fruits and some of the sheen in her outfit and just make everything have a crisp feel. But then also I don't want it to look too moody, so I'm using the second RGB lights. It's the same lights from Suncrafter, yeah, and I have it modified with a 90 centimeter softbox. And what this is doing is just throwing a larger, softer light across the frame so that we can just open up the shadows a little bit and create a bit of like a mixed lighting. So this harsh light is going to be a little bit defined, and then we're just softening it up with this. Maybe I'd also add in a reflector on this side just to bounce some of the light back. And I'm controlling them with the app. So the first thing I'll turn on is going to be the harsh light, right? Actually, let me turn it off and then show you what it looks like. So I will be doing photos and videos because I want to see how, you know, it performs when I'm using it for photos or for videos. I'm starting with the video, and right now I think I am 2 stops underexposed. So let me just film this so you guys see what it looks like. I'm also shooting in C-Log 3 Cinema Gamut. So this is what it looks like with no light at all. If I turn on the hard lights, set it to about 12%, this is what we get. And you can see that it's already looking really crisp and we have some detailed shadows going on. All right, trying to keep the frame the same as the one I shot before. So this is what we have. Now, if I turn on our still light, that is set to 100%. So that should be like the light that really lights up the scene a lot. I'm gonna add another take. So 3, 2, 1. Also pushing forward. Perfect. So if you look at it, you see that we do have some definition in the shadows. What I want to do is just make this light go up a little bit more so the shadows fall down. And by doing that, you see that the shadows begin to fall a little bit lower. And I think that looks a little bit more pleasing. So I'm going to keep it there. Okay, so now I think I'm ready to do an actual take. You don't have the resting bitch face at all. 3, 2, 1, action. Yeah, nice. Okay, I'm also noticing that because the light is also from a little higher, you can just lift your chin. So maybe you pick it and then, you know, like that. Okay, let's see what we can do. 3, 2, 1, action. And then into the camera. Yes, perfect. 3, 2, 1, action. Okay, good. Down shots of the fruits as well. If I do like a wide and get close to it, I think I can get like a very dynamic shot. Okay, maybe this one, when I say action, just grab the apple again. Action.
When I think about yesterday, my oh my.
I'm about to take pictures now, and I just want to add an edge light to the images. So I'm just adding my small rig, 60 watt light, but you don't necessarily have to use it. I typically like to add edge lights when I'm taking pictures because I feel like it just adds some pop to the images, and that's the reason why I'm using this. If I had another one, I could just easily use that, but since I don't, I'm just adding a light that I have. But I think the color fidelity from these lights are amazing. Like the way it just made everything really rich, the colors, her skin, the fruits. That's one thing about like really good LED lights. If you have one that renders colors beautifully, it would always make your images really, really pop. And I think these lights are doing amazing. So for the photos, I just made a few changes. And by changes, I mean addition, because I've added a reflector because I want to bounce this light back so we don't have a lot of shadow on this part of her face. And then I also added an edge light just to add separation. But I think these lights are doing amazing. The way they are rendering all these colors, the reds, the yellows, the green, her outfit, I think is doing an amazing job. And that's a good thing about LEDs that have very, very good color ratings. And I think this one is really doing amazing, to be honest. I just turned these lights on. I did not even change the white balance or anything. I just turned it on, made sure what Kelvin is it on even. Yeah, this is on 6,000 and this one 5,600. So they're not even on the same white balance, but it's really, really doing amazing, to be honest. Can you open your arms like this? Let me see. Yeah. And then your head. Yeah. Beautiful. That's a beautiful shot. I'm showing you guys the finished look now, but I want to build this so you see what each light is doing in the frame as well. So let me just use the app to turn off these two lights. Unfortunately, the small rig doesn't have an app, so it is what it is. I also have an ND in front of my lens. I think it's about 3 stops of ND. And so this is what we get when I take a shot right now. As you can see, we have the edge lights, and what it's doing is adding separation in her hair and her shoulder, down her arm. If I turn on the hard light, currently it's set to 27%. And if I take a shot, also from a high angle like that, this is what we get. And I mean, you can leave it here because this light is still bouncing onto the reflector, opening the shadows. And so it does look decent. But as soon as I turn on the fill light, let's see how much of a difference we get. You can see it just opens the shadows a little bit more. It's not too different from just the hard light, but I just think that it's doing an amazing job. Okay. And I'm ready to shoot Vivian. Couple more. Yeah, that's nice actually.
I've been feeling emotional, thinking about you, babe. What can we focus on? What we should do? Tell me the truth, 'cause I don't wanna see you with somebody else. And I've been feeling lonely in this king-size bed. I'm trying not to worry about the things you say. I ain't got the time, you're always on my mind. Baby, why you playing with my love? I'm trying to be patient with you now.
Alright, so that's been it for today's video. I hope you had fun. I hope you learned something. And let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Also check out my digital store. I do have amazing products if you want to improve your retouching. I also have some freebies on there. You can check it out. And I'll see you guys in the next video. And remember, don't ever give up.